Sanibonani, football lovers. Welcome to Sportibong. Igama lami Mbongi Nkosi. Yeah, being a coach is very difficult. Being a coach is very difficult because at some point you think that you are not capable of doing your job, because if every time when you make a decision you get to be questioned, especially your ability to do your job, it is not nice. Because for the fact that coach Kaze said ukuthi Luke Bartman, it seems like they are now not considering, now it's done, he's going to be demoted to DDC and train with the senior team. Maybe if it happens, he will get an opportunity to play. It will depend on the types of matches that they play and their complexions. But many people are calling for his head because they feel like to know what he said is uncalled for. He should let Luke Batman play. Yes, that's true, but if he decided, he knows what he's doing. One thing I know for a fact, he knows what he's doing because he spent most of his career being a coach that is responsible for improving players, working with young talent. That's why he went to an extent of coaching Gulamas. So that shows Guti. He knows Guti. Uluk Bartman, he might be playing professionally, but there's a certain element or dynamic that is short on his style of play. So he's not crazy by saying Guti, let him go and play with DDC Kaizer Chiefs with reserve team so that he will get that valuable game time, because that will boost his confidence. Because by the look of things, he sees Guti, it won't be easy for Luke Batman to make the cut in the senior team. So now people are acting as if now Ukaze, what he's saying, it is because maybe he's bored, but it's not that. He knows what he's doing. That's why Guti, as much as we all want to see our players play, but we have to understand that not all of them will play. That's the disadvantage about having a squad depth. But the one thing I want to make sure that I emphasize is the fact that when you have a squad depth, one thing that you must know for a fact, it will be difficult for you to have a consistent lineup. So that's why these coaches are trying they must make sure they have a consistent lineup, so that they want to have to change a lot of things every game, because that will disrupt even the momentum, including the reading of the team, especially players, if they are now getting to understand each other very well from movements and also understanding their strengths and weaknesses. So a player like Luke Bartman, we know when you are a youngster, you are very sensitive. There are moments whereby you would feel like no, what if I made a decision by forcing my way to play for Kaizer Chiefs? Because we saw with a similar situation with Umasego writing on Instagram a cry for help, seeming as if now things are not going according to how he wants. Because Coach Cardoso knows with the type of style of play that he has, Umasego doesn't fit that much on the one that he's implementing. So same with the two co-coaches, they know he won't fit that well, and if he doesn't play regular, that will affect him psychologically, as he's sensitive as a youngster. So it simply means let him go and play with his age mates, whereby whatever that he's going to do, if he makes sure he tops them in performances, that will bring confidence to him, so that he can now at least plead his case. Now I think I'm ready now to compete, and they will monitor his growth while playing there, because it's not like he's a bad player, but they are saying in terms of development, he still needs to be developed. Because for the fact that he was playing on the senior level, he scored against the Kaizer Chiefs when goalkeeper was Otimolo Nkuni and other goalkeepers, it doesn't guarantee he will give you those consistent performances that you need. Because one thing I know about us, he'll get to be introduced. When he doesn't perform, we are now calling him by names, and he's still a youngster whereby he's allowed to make mistakes. So I don't know, but I think it makes sense what they are trying to do with Ulu Bartman, because they see would know if they're gonna keep on holding on to him alokahlele benchini, it will affect him. So this is the best option for him and also for the coaches, so that they can get a chance to be able to manage the squad, because it is a lot. But asikho lapho kakhulu. I hope nisese kahle, ningakhohlwa ukulike nokusubscribe lapho. Let's move to this lineup possibility. As you can see on the screen, this can be the possible lineup for Kaizer Chiefs. You see most of your favorite players are there, and it is a good lineup. And you can see it is guaranteed you're gonna get goals. But if you are going to play against a team that it is very solid, that will make it difficult for us to penetrate their defense, it simply means we will be liable for being exposed. Especially if you're gonna have a team like that. As you can see, we have many creative players, but the defensive are only the back four and the Oaks. So it simply means now the team will have to decide as a team, let the defenders do the defensive duty, let the forwards do the forward duty, whereby they have to create and score. Because when you have mode, you know which mode will drop back, try and assist to cross in defending. Lilebo, same thing. But Umdu and Sereno, they don't have defensive qualities. That's why it will make it difficult even for the coaches to try to select such a lineup. Even though it is a good lineup, you can see starting from the back, because I think the possibility to angaqala uMakhati vele it is 90%, because uMiguel is still fighting for abe ku full fitness. But lapana in the wings, I see it is great. We see Mfundo starting, we see Usireno. But one thing we have to understand, this team that we are going to play against, it is very good when it comes to transition, and they have wingers that have pace. Cross doesn't have pace. Solo Munyane, if he gets a chance, at least Munyane can match them in terms of pace. But I don't know about in terms of a full recovery of Munyane. But I'd still put Solomons there. But one thing we have to bear in mind is the fact that in the modern football that we see now, players are not now playing according to positions. They play according to roles. That's why we would see Modi at some point, instead of him playing as a winger, you'll find him playing as a number 10, a supporting number 10. You see him shifting to the left, playing as a wing. So that shows Uguti. We have to have that communication and that understanding. But now we are playing in roles, not in positions. So the fact that when we are left wing, it doesn't mean we have to play as a left wing. We have to drop and defend. And Sereno cannot give you that. Villegas cannot give you that. But let's talk about them making a plan of us getting goals. That's where they excel. But if you want to win a team, you have to have balance, whereby with it defensively and offensively, you are very good. So as you can see with this lineup, it is very good. Take nothing away from it. But there's a lot that is needed, especially in the kind of system that we play, whereby everyone must make sure they help the team. So it's even difficult to see a player like Umdo die dropping back to assist. Even though in that game versus Iswelel, I saw something I never thought I'd see. Seeing Usireno tracking back, making a sliding tackle and winning the ball. So maybe if he can start by doing that, do it regularly, maybe he can get an opportunity to Tashlaliso more benching. But I don't see Usireno starting ahead of more in that left wing position, and also Mfundo Villegas. Not unless the coach will see as if maybe let Munyane focus on the defensive duties and allow, because we know Munyane is one player that enjoys overlapping, and if he's not offered a cover, it becomes difficult. But with a player like Ox, maybe he can bail him out, whereby Umfundo and Umonyane can overload that right hand side, so that you can find a way, so that we can penetrate and make sure we break that low block that they're going to set up, because we know very well they will be comfortable sitting and making sure that they catch us on our account. So I don't know what do you think? I don't know what do you think with the absence of Umayo. Surely Ikodaro stands in pole position, being our number 9 lapayana in front. I think about to prison nabo no Lord Morris. I think na he uzozithola kuma-sub lapha, because Silva is injured, Mayo injured, so I think he'll make the subs. But I don't know. What's your opinion? This is a good lineup, but for the game that we're going to play, I don't see it working for us, especially by which we're gonna need players working for each other, so that they find it easy for them but bathola goals and make sure they defend. Because even if we can get one goal, we have to defend that lead and make sure that we don't concede. But if you have those players there, simply means defensively we won't be helped. It's only the defensive players that have to play a huge role in defending. And then again, let's move to Indaba ka Grootman Junior Khanye. Yabona Grootman Discal can take nothing away from him. It's just good most of the time izinto makayikhuluma, it is because people think maybe he's biting Chiefs, he's angry Chiefs. No, he's one person that is realistic, and most of the time it's nokumlwisa because of our predictions. We all know with the predictions you are predicting, it's not something that is gonna actually happen, but manje sozolwisa umuntu for our prediction. But this time he's got it all right. Yabona Umfundo, if he can get an opportunity to be given that number 10 role, I see a beast in him, and taking Umdodai wide, because Umdodai, one of his strengths is a drop shoulder, and as a winger, a drop shoulder is one of the skills that you need to have, especially if you're gonna play him on the left. But with Ushabalala, the only thing is affect is that he can't mark. He can't mark, and he can't track back and assist fullback here. But for Umfundo, he has all the attributes of being a creator and number 10, because he has an eye for a pass, he has vision, he can shoot, he can drive with the ball, he's got the skill. But for one thing about him is very explosive. As a winger, you also need that. And I am enjoying watching him play now, because I know very well he's trying by all means to come out of his shell. The only thing that is standing on his way is that decision making. But the way he plays technically, he's good. That's why you can see he's able to dribble past defenders. He's able to cut inside. The only thing Jembulalayo, decision making, because at some point you can see he wants to shoot, but he doubts. When he has to shoot, he doubts. When he doesn't have to shoot, he shoots. So he into some biases, but if he get that right, I think we're gonna have a player that I think is gonna help us a lot. Because we are sure let's not put a responsibility on the shoulders of these youngsters. They need to be carried by the senior team, not them carrying the senior. Because we saw last season die trying, but gambe ya wapelu shatini. But for Umfundo also, as they are saying, no, he can't carry Chiefs. Vele he can't carry Chiefs. He's still young, and he needs to be backed up by Ama Grootman with no. Let's play in this way, so that you can be able to make sure you don't feel all the pressure. But make sure when you bring your A game, we're gonna assist you where we can. Because we saw with Urele Mfukeng, Orlando Pirates, the way he was integrated, the way they made sure he doesn't feel any pressure. Players like Aboma, Kobasadlala, Hoto saying, no, we'll focus on marking when I focus on playing forward, creating, scoring. But if you're gonna demand a lot from these youngsters, it's gonna overwhelm them, and the pressure will suffocate them. But what is saying Grootman, I believe ukuthi is telling the truth. Umfundo can be a good number 10 for Chiefs, and Ushabalala can be a good left winger for Kaizer Chiefs, competing with Umodi, competing with Uvelepai. But I don't know. What's your opinion? This is it for today.